Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. This is Chris again on a call, a recovery call. This is a winch out service. What is it, Tuesday today? It's a bright and beautiful day, about 120 degrees, if nothing more, inside the cab with no AC. But outside it's probably about 100. Anyway, we're on our call. We're heading over to see where this particular vehicle is at right now on off-road terrain. Here's what I'm looking at, and we're trying to figure out where the call came from because there's no phone service here. So we're making our way to that location shortly, and then we'll see if we can winch him out. Okay, medium-sized wrecker.
Take a sharp right turn, then arrive at your destination.
Heavy, tight brush and wet terrain. Hopefully not too wet. Right here we're looking at a little bit of gravel dry behind us, and now we're coming up on a wet terrain area. We don't have four-wheel drive here, so we're going to try to make it, not get stuck. Ground rules. When you come upon a soft gravel and wet, you don't want to stop just about anywhere, especially where it's soft, because then you can't get out. And we made it down this ravine here fine, but we're a little heavy. We're about 12,000 pounds, so the terrain gets a little more wet that direction. We're gonna have to try to make this turn without stopping, without running off the edge. We're really not that big, but we're medium-sized still, and supposedly the vehicle we're supposed to recover is somewhere down this road deep into Corbett, hopefully, because we got no phone service out here, and all we can do is depend on GPS. I'm guiding myself, trying to figure out how are we going to get to this guy. Maybe we got to go and reverse back down the hill, and then turn around and do a reverse climb. Problem is that really can't get momentum in a reverse climb with a heavy unit up the hill. So you really need a four-wheel drive unit. So this is more of a off-road recovery than a winch out service. So if we come all the way back down here, which is hopefully back here where it's soft, may not be a good idea. Just turning this sucker around is not a good, either way we're going to have some difficulties getting out of there. So this is the exit. That's where the home goes, entrance to the home. I don't think I have enough cable to make it all the way there, so you know what, we're gonna do the first thing we can, which is basically anchor to the front, snatch block it to the tree, and then pull the guy back or sideways, and then see if that works. Otherwise we may have to, and you know, it gets dark quick here in Corbett, so we got to do this quick. Otherwise we got to turn around in the darkness, and that's not a good thing. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get our equipment out and attempt to make this happen before the sun goes down. Guys, so we got to it. It's not complicated, but if you look at here, about 20 steep terrain, off-road, gravel doesn't help, and when you're up on an incline, that doesn't help either. Positioning it forward, that doesn't help either. So there's a couple different things we can do here. We're down, we're not turning around here, so there's nothing to do except possibly return, go back all the way down the hill somehow, bring the winches in reverse, except can't make momentum going up this hill because you really need a four-wheel drive unit here. So in reverse, I can't really do a lot climbing this hill. So this is what we got going on here. This is the private driveway to a home. Gentleman is doing some work, electrical work. He came out, and then obviously, look at these embankments. Yeah, you get stuck in these easily without four-wheel drive. I don't know how these folks make it up here. But anyway, this is Corbett, deep Corbett. It's kind of what it looks like. We're at a tremendous hill. This is the hill going up. There's no other way in it. And there's the tow truck all the way down there. So we've decided that we're gonna snatch block it to the tree and pull it this direction. Customer's okay with that. That'll give him at least enough traction to reverse backwards and go back down the hill. Or maybe try again to make it up this hill, but essentially that's our only option, because that tow truck will not make it up here without four-wheel drive regardless. Even with four-wheel drive being super heavy, you know, you're not gonna make this gravel is too slick for any off-road large vehicle. You gotta be like in a Ranger, you know, some kind of small lightweight vehicle with four-wheel drive, Jeep, to make these entrances. Have you been here before up the hill? No. This is the first time? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go get our equipment, snatch block to those trees and pull it to the side. Hopefully the trees are gonna hold out. We're gonna put as much as anchor as many trees as possible, so that way these darn trees don't break off, because then we got another problem. I really love those trees, but those are too far away. Okay, those pines are, I wish we were a little closer to that. So I'm gonna bring all my equipment out to make this happen. Okay, so what we've done, reposition the soft shackles around, they're gonna stay around the axle and around the tire, this driver's side tire. The cable stays where it's at, the snatch block. We reposition it to this humongous tree here. So that way it pulls upwards rather than sideways, only because I was concerned that if we pull it like it was originally pulling, it was gonna come closer to that rut right there, that tree, as you can see. Now it's gonna be pulling it upwards, so away from that. It'll have more tension. By the way, I'm sitting in triangle death, so never sit in the triangle death. It's not under tension, barely. You can see here the cable's dangling, so it's not. But yeah, I got it about 150 feet of cable, if you can see. That strap is doing pretty good. Everything is ready to go. As you see down there, got a little bit of a mess to deal with, but should be working. Everything is locked in place. We're gonna start pulling backwards. That's how you do it, using a snatch block. Without snatch blocks, you really can't do anything. So we got it in the center, you know, the strap held out. Look at this guy. We got this snatch block here. We got the soft shackles. And then of course the chains all the way down there. And then of course the tow truck in reverse. So we got it out. Now the trick would be figuring out the front, making certain that he's not going to get stuck any further. And we'll just guide him to turn the steering wheel as far as he can to the driver's side, and then he should be clear to go. Yep. Okay. Good to go. There you go. Keep going hard. Keep going harder. As hard as you can, right there. All right. And stop. A little more. Stop right there. So we got him perfectly lined up. Line up the wheels. Perfect. Keep going. Stop right there. Perfect. So we're now going to go backwards and get out of here so everybody can go on their own way, but I still got to take my stuff off. One more successful recovery, off-road that is, although the customer didn't inform us that he's off-road in a terrain that is impassable to heavy vehicles. We managed to make it happen. And I got him out of the rut, backed him out, or we got, ourselves backed out. We ended up getting down the road in the reverse, all the way back out on gravel at an incline. Just fine with this dually guy. However, if it's nice, right? it's still not, the sun has not set yet in Corbett, but at any point, like I've said in previous videos, Corbett is one of those tricky cities where in a matter of minutes, the weather changes just like that. And that means that in the summertime, it may be just like this, fine, dry, but windy. In the fall, you may have torrential rain and moisture and wet, slick roads. And of course, in the wintertime, you're going to have ice, snow, and everything else in between. So you can never play it safe in Corbett because it is that type of city where, you know, the moisture, the tree, the foliage, all the environments of the environment, elements of the environment take a play in navigating through the forest. Essentially, this is the forest. So that said, thanks for watching, you guys. I've been out for a while due to numerous issues, health issues as well as other issues. But, you know, I'm putting videos back up again, you know, with the intent to kind of just inform you guys to let you see what, you know, tow truck towing and transportation business or work is all about, with the idea that perhaps you guys might want to take on some of these jobs yourselves as you're watching. And if you're not, it's just for entertainment. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.